Now you see, actually during Mughal period, what we have read, that there were two kinds of peasants, and these two kinds of peasants actually produce crops. Okay. Now you see, during Mughal period we find there were provisions of irrigation facilities also. No doubt, during Mughal period, agriculture was dependent on monsoon. Indian agriculture at that time was the gambling of monsoon, but in certain areas there were also provisions for irrigation, particularly the areas where sufficient rainfall was there. Please remember, these are simple things. The areas where sufficient rainfall was there, the people produced rice and wheat and millet. The people in the areas of less rainfall produced millet, whereas the people in the areas of sufficient rainfall, in the areas of sufficient rainfall, the people in the areas of sufficient rainfall, they produced rice and wheat, and where rainfall was less, they produced millet. So these were the different crops actually produced, but crops were produced on the basis of availability of rainfall. But you see, what we find, the people also developed irrigation facilities. And Persian wheels were used to draw water from well, tank, etc. Persian wheel was used. ये पर्सियन व्हील हम लोग क्या समझते हैं? आप लोगों को ये नहीं पता होगा। एक्चुअली कुआं में या तालाब में एक व्हील, एक साइकिल रिंग जैसा होता है, साइकिल का रिम, ऐसे रिम में रस्सी फंसाया जा, बाल्टी दोनों तरफ लगा हुआ आता है और दोनों, एक तरफ बाल्टी कुआं का नीचे जाता है, दूसरा बाल्टी उठता है। तो इस तरीके से पानी दोनों मतलब लगातार उठाया जाता है। ये पर्सियन व्हील स्टाइल इरिगेशन है। सो आजकल आप लोग नहीं देखे हैं, क्योंकि आप लोग आजकल ये सब नहीं चलता है। आजकल लोग टुलू पंप या पंप सेट या बोरिंग करके सिंचाई करते हैं। So you have not seen, but that type of irrigation was developed. We find what, यहाँ पर देखिए, so what were the staple crops produced during Mughal period? थोड़ा छोटा चीज लिखते जाइएगा। What were the staple crops produced by the people? Rice, wheat, and millet. How many types of millets are there? There are 3 types of millets. What are these 3 types of millets? Ragi, jawar, and bajra. Ragi, jawar, and bajra. So ragi, jawar, and bajra, these are the 3 kinds of millets produced during this period. याद रखिएगा जी, राइस, व्हीट एंड बाजरा, 3 types of bajra means three types of millets, ragi, jowar and bajra, they were produced. You see, we find in most of the areas of the Mughal Empire, the land was do fasla land. In most of the areas, in major parts of the Mughal Empire, except the hilly areas or on the slope of the hills, except the terrain areas, the land was do fasla land. Do fasla, do hyphen fasla, fasla fasla. दो फसला मतलब दो फसला, यस, एक नहीं, डिवाइड नहीं, जहां द मेजर पार्ट्स ऑफ द मुगल एम्पायर वेयर दो फसला लैंड्स, मतलब मुगल एम्पायर का ज्यादातर जमीन पे कम से कम साल में दो अनाज उगते थे, एक्सेप्ट द हिली एरियाज और द टेराइन्स. दो फसला FASLA, मतलब ज्यादातर जमीन पे दो कम से कम अनाज होते थे. जैसे बिहार यूपी में चार चार फसल होते हैं, ये चार फसला जमीन होता है. बंगाल में 3 से 4 फसला होता है, 3 फसला या 4 फसला जमीन होता है. मतलब अभी जैसे हम लोग सब्जी उगा के रखे हैं, बरसात के समय धान उगाएंगे, सर्दी के समय गेहूं उगाएंगे, तो कम से कम 3 फसल हो रहा है. तो ये 3 फसला, जहां पर 2 फसल होते हैं वो 2 फसला, जहां पर 4 फसल होते हैं तो 4 फसला. सो दैट इज एक्चुअली लाइक दैट. बट मेनली द पीपुल वेर एंगेज्ड इन प्रोड्यूसिंग द स्टेपल क्रॉप्स. बट यू सी, मैंने आपको कहा, यू सी varieties of rice were produced. I tell you, varieties of rice were produced. Varieties of rice. In Bengal, 50 varieties of rice were produced. In Delhi, 43 varieties of rice were produced. In Agra, 39 varieties of rice were produced. मतलब in different parts of the Mughal Empire, varieties of rice were produced. Varieties of rice were produced. सबसे अच्छा वैरायटी ऑफ राइस कौन सा है? हम लोग किसको मांगते हैं वैरायटी ऑफ राइस? कौन सा वैरायटी? बासमती राइस. बासमती राइस is really the best variety, and basmati rice is exported also outside. Basmati rice. Otherwise, yes, basmati rice is really very good. So varieties of rice were produced. But now, please write, besides the staple crops, during Mughal period, some perfect or cash crops were also produced. Please write down. Besides the staple crops, during Mughal period, some perfect crops or cash crops were also produced. The perfect crops produced during the Mughal period, the perfect crops, besides the staple crops, besides the staple, STAPLE, staple crops, there were some cash crops or perfect crops produced during the Mughal period. So besides the staple or main food crops, some perfect or cash crops were also produced, and they were called Jins-e-Kamil. The perfect crops produced during the Mughal period were called Jins-e-Kamil. Jins, jeans, Jins, jeans, hyphen, jeans, Kamil, Kamil. So the cash crops produced, the perfect crops produced during the Mughal period were called Jins-e-Kamil. Am I clear? Am I clear? Hello. The perfect crops produced during the Mughal period were known as Jeans-e-Camel. And what were the most important Jeans-e-Camel? Cotton and sugarcane. Cotton and sugarcane were the most important perfect crops produced during this period. Cotton was produced in the Deccan Plateau as well as in central India. Cotton was produced in central India and Deccan Plateau. We all know Maharashtra, Gujarat, UP produce cotton on a large scale. So cotton was produced on a large scale in Deccan Plateau and central India. And sugar cane was produced in Bengal, Bihar, UP. So they were produced on a very large scale. But besides them, various kinds of oil seeds and pulses were produced by the people. Various kinds of oil seeds and pulses were produced. Oil seeds, which is the most important kind of oil seed produced in our country. हमारे देश में सबसे ज्यादा मस्टर्ड सीड्स, क्योंकि मस्टर्ड सीड्स सबसे ज्यादा होता है। और अब आप लोग जानते हैं कि पंजाब के कुछ एरियाज में मस्टर्ड सीड्स का साग को बहुत ज्यादा खाया जाता है। बोलता है सरसों की साग और मकई का रोटी अगर नहीं खाया तो आप पंजाब घूमे कहां। पंजाब में मकई का रोटी और सरसों का साग बहुत ही उत्तम खाना माना जाता है। तो सरसों बहुत ज्यादा उगाया जाता है, मस्टर्ड सीड्स। देन pulses are also produced. A great variety of pulses were produced during that period. मतलब ये, so what were the jeans camel, cotton and sugarcane. Other crops, pulses and mustard seeds. Pulses and mustard seeds. Now you see. Now what you find? It was in 17th century. Please write down. It was in 17th century. A number of new crops reached to India from different parts of the world. Please write down. It was in 17th century. A variety of crops reached to our country from different parts of the world. मतलब जो 17th सेंचुरी में हमारा देश को बहुत सारे क्रॉप्स पहुंचा जो पहले हमारा देश में पहले उगाया नहीं जाता था। A large number of crops reached to the Indian subcontinent from different parts of the world in 17th century. From 17th century. You see, what are they? Maize. पहले एक एक करके बताते हैं, है ना। मैज मतलब मक्का। मैज was introduced in India via Africa and Spain. Maize came to India from America via Africa and Spain. Maize came to our country. Maize, makkei. Maize came to our country from America through Spain and Africa. Earlier, maize production was not there in our country. Point number one. Then, vegetables like potatoes, tomatoes, and chilies. We find potatoes, tomatoes, chilies. They also came to our country from the New World, from the Americas. Potatoes, tomatoes, and chilies came to our country. Maize came to our country. Maize came to our country in 17th century from America through Africa and Spain. पहले अमेरिका से अफ्रीका और स्पेन को आया और उसके बाद स्पेन और अफ्रीका से हमारा देश को आ गया। ठीक है ना? हेलो हेलो, हाँ। उसके बाद वेजिटेबल्स ऑल्सो केम टू इंडिया फ्रॉम द अमेरिकाज, एंड द वेजिटेबल्स विच केम टू इंडिया फ्रॉम द अमेरिकाज वेयर potatoes, tomatoes, and chilies. They came to our country from the Americas. Potatoes, tomatoes, and chilies. Potatoes, tomatoes, and chilies. Then, fruits like pineapple and papaya also came to our country from Europe. Fruits like pineapple and papaya also came to our country. That means, here a question comes. List the name of the crops came to India in 17th century from the New World. List the name of the crops which came to India in 17th century from outside. They were maize, tomatoes, potatoes, chilies, pineapple, papaya, etc. ओके ओके, हेलो, हाँ जी, हाँ फिर से बोले, हाँ। देन यू सी, ये एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन था क्रॉप्स के बारे में। मेंशन द मेजर क्रॉप्स प्रोड्यूस्ड ड्यूरिंग द मुगल पीरियड। फर्स्ट स्टेपल क्रॉप्स, देन परफेक्ट क्रॉप्स, एंड देन द क्रॉप्स व्हिच केम टू आवर कंट्री फ्रॉम आउटसाइड। 3 पार्ट है इसमें। देन एज वी आर डिस्कसिंग अबाउट द agrarian society, a very important part of this chapter, that is our village community. That is our village community. What do we know about our village community? Who were the people living in the villages? Who actually formed the village society? Who actually fought? हैं? यहां पर सुनिए, प्लीज राइट डाउन। देयर वेयर 3 main constituents of the village community during the Mughal period. During the Mughal period, the village community was comprised of 3 constituents, or there were 3 main constituents in the village community of the Mughal India. So there were 3 major constituents of the villages. What were these constituents? The cultivators, the panchayat, and the village headman. The cultivators, the panchayat, and the village headman, these were the major constituents of the village community. Please write down. The cultivators, the panchayat, and the village headman, these were the major constituents of the village community. Okay? What were the major constituents of the village community? The cultivators, the panchayat, and the headman. When we see, actually the people, those who were engaged in cultivation, production of crops, they were the cultivators. The village men, the people living in the village, engaged in agricultural activities, were called cultivators. But always we find, समझने का कोशिश कीजिएगा जी, always we find the cultivators were a highly heterogeneous group in the villages. The cultivators were a highly heterogeneous group. The cultivators were highly heterogeneous group, belong to the people of different castes. The cultivators were a highly heterogeneous group, belong to the people of different castes. Belong to the people of different castes. What do you find? Hello? So what do you find? Actually, the cultivators, they were the farmers, but the cultivators were a highly heterogeneous group. That means the cultivators belong to different castes. We find there were a number of cultivators who had their own lands, who cultivated their lands, but there were also some people, there were also some farmers who were marginal farmers or who were landless farmers. There were also the cultivators who were marginal farmers or landless farmers, and they were agricultural laborers. They were agricultural laborers. They were agricultural laborers. What do you find? They were agricultural laborers. So they were the मजूर्स. मतलब हुआ गांव में कुछ लोगों के पास काफी जमीन होते थे, वो जमीन उनके पास काफी होते थे, वो अपने से जोतते थे और लोगों से भी जुतवाया करते थे। लेकिन गांव में ऐसे भी लोग होते थे जिनके पास जमीन बहुत ही कम होता था या जमीन नहीं होते थे। वो लोग एग्रीकल्चरल लेबरर्स थे, वो लोग मजदूर थे। व्हाट वी से मजदूर हम कहते हैं, मजदूर, तो वो लोग मजूर लोग थे। एक्चुअली एज the people of certain castes, who were these Majurs? When we see people belonging to the lower castes, mainly they were the Majurs or they were the agricultural laborers. People belonging to the lower castes, they were Majurs, they were marginal farmers, they had not sufficient lands, and they were called Dalits by us. The people generally of the lower castes who were called Dalits, they were the agricultural laborers, and they did not own much land. They were marginal farmers. So these Dalits, they were agricultural laborers, and these people did not own much land. They worked in the field of others, and they always suffered from poverty. दलित लोगों के पास जमीन नहीं होते थे, ज्यादा थोड़ा बहुत जमीन होते थे। ये लोग लोअर कास्ट के होते थे, इन लोअर कास्ट के लोगों को ये दलित कहा जाता था, और ये लोग एग्रीकल्चरल लेबरर्स होते थे। ये लोग जिनके पास ज्यादा जमीन होता था उनके खेतों में काम करते थे। सो दलित, द पीपल बिलोंगिंग टू द लोअर कास्ट who were agricultural laborers in Hindu society, they were called Dalits. They were called Dalits. In Muslim community also, in Muslim communities also, there were some agricultural laborers. In Muslim communities also, there were some agricultural laborers, and the agricultural laborers in Muslim community, they were called Halal Quran. In Muslim community, they were called Halal Quran. Halal Quran. What do you find? Hello, am I audible? हाँ जी, मतलब हिंदू सोसाइटी में जो लोअर कास्ट के होते थे, जिसके पास जमीन नहीं होता था, जो दूसरे का काम करते थे, एग्रीकल्चरल लेबरर्स होते थे, उनको हम दलित कहते हैं। लेकिन मुस्लिम कम्युनिटीज में जो एग्रीकल्चरल लेबरर्स होते थे, उसको हम लोग हलाल खुरान कहते हैं। HALALKHORAN, हलाल खुरान, हम उसको हलाल खुरान कहते हैं। सो halal Quran where the halal Quran where the agricultural laborers during Mughal period, HALALKHORAN, halal Quran. So the halal Quran where the Muslim agricultural laborers working for others during Mughal period, halal Quran. Beside, हाँ बोलो, नहीं, पाही काष्ठा तो दूसरे का जमीन कंट्रैक्चुअल में खेत जोतते थे, और ये तो लेबर थे, ये तो काम करते थे, ये तो कूली मजूर जो होता है ना, जैसे आप लोग रातू रोड में देखते हैं ना, मजदूर रातू रोड, ये आप लोग सुबह सुबह देखते होंगे, कुछ लेबर यहां पर बैठे रहते हैं, खड़े रहते हैं, ताकि कोई उनको, हाँ बोलिए, तो नहीं, ये डेली उनको काम मिलेगा, इसीलिए तो ये पुअर थे। जो ठीक है, आपका बात समझ गए। सुनिए, ये बात है, जो पाही काष्ठा है वो आपका जमीन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में लिया 1 साल 2 साल के लिए, वो तो उसके बाद तो आपको देखना नहीं है, आपका जमीन को जोतेगा, अनाज उगाएगा, उसके बाद एक पार्ट आपको देगा, बाकी पार्ट वो ले जाएगा, वो किसान हो गया। लेकिन ये जो लेबरर्स होंगे, ये तो डेली बेसिस में काम करेंगे। आप लेबरर्स जो है, मजदूर जिसको कहते हैं हम अभी, या हलाल खुरान है, ये लोगों के घर में जाके काम करेंगे सुबह से शाम, और मजदूरी लेंगे और घर जाएंगे। ठीक है ना? हाँ, बोलिए। उसके बाद देखिए, उसके बाद जैसे बिहार में कुछ लोग छोटे जात के होते थे, जो लोगों को नौकर जैसे कहा जाता था, दे वर द मल्हाजादाज। इन बिहार वी फाइंड द पीपल मल्हाजादाज, they were like slaves, and these Mallajadas, they were required to live outside the village in Bihar. बिहार में, हाँ जी, MALLAHZADAS, मल्हाजादास आज भी है, क्योंकि हम कई टीचर से सुने, अरे वो मल्हार है, मतलब बिहार के कई टीचर से ये वर्ड सुने हैं, मल्हाजादास। क्यों? हमारे कई सारों से सुने हैं, अरे वो तो मल्हार है, मल्हार, तो मतलब ये मल्हाजादास we find were the sons of boatmen, and they simply were like slaves. They lived outside. You see, बोटमैन नाव जो चलाते हैं उसका बेटा, नाव सेलर, जो बोटमैन होता है, हिंदी में क्या कहते हैं? नाविक, या दूसरा क्या कहते हैं? हाँ, मल्हार वर्ड होता है, हम सुने हैं, कई टीचर से सुने हैं। तो ये मल्हाजादास वेर द सन्स ऑफ बोटमैन, बट दे वेर नॉट अलाउड टू लिव इन द विलेजेस। They were made to live in the outskirts of the village, outside the boundaries of the village. जैसे इन लोगों को गांव के अंदर बैठने नहीं दिया जाता था। We find so always there was a correlation between caste, poverty, and status. The people belonging to the lower castes, like the Dalits, Halal Quran, Mallajadas, these people belonging to the lower castes, most of the time they suffered from poverty, and their status in the society was very low. their status in the society was very low. मतलब ये जो लोग छोटे जात के होते थे, इनके पास जमीन नहीं होता था. So these people suffered from poverty. As these people had no much income, and their status also in the society was very lower status. Very lower status. We find these people really suffered. We find these people suffered a lot. No doubt, some lower caste people also were promoted to the higher castes. They were Ahir, Gujars, Malis, Sayyidoops. Some lower caste people were also promoted to the higher castes. They were promoted to the group of the peasants in some areas. Some lower caste people. So whatever it may be, some people suffered. यहां पर देखिए, ये तो हुआ कल्टीवेटर्स. When we discuss about the panchayats and headmen, please write down. Cultivators के बारे में आपको कहा, but now write panchayats and headmen. We find the panchayat was an assembly of elders during Mughal period. The panchayat was an assembly of elders during the Mughal period. आप लोग मुंशी प्रेमचंद का कोई एक कहानी सुने हैं, कहानी पढ़े हैं? वेरी गुड, वाह 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 वाह. मैंने आपको नाम नहीं बता रहा था. वाह 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 वाह. पंच परमेश्वर ये पंचायत सिस्टम उस समय का, मतलब व्हाट वाज द पंचायत? द पंचायत वाज एन असेंबली ऑफ एल्डर्स. वी फाइंड usually what happened, the important people of the village, they were made the members of the panchayat, and always these members of the panchayat were rich people. They held lands on a large scale, and they also inherited these properties one after another generation. फिर से बता रहा. Generally we find usually the important people of the villages who held lands, who were rich, they were the members of the village panchayat. Who were the members of the village panchayat? The rich, important people of the village. Rich, important people of the village were the members of the village panchayat. The rich, important persons, people of the villages, they were the members of the village panchayat. क्योंकि इनके पास जमीन होते थे, इनके पास घर बढ़िया होता था, और ये लोग एक जनरेशन से दूसरे जनरेशन ये लोग एंजॉय करते जाते थे. गांव में इन लोगों का एक बोलबाला होता था. बट वी फाइंड द विलेज पंचायत mostly was a heterogeneous body. In mixed caste villages, the panchayat was a heterogeneous body. आप लोग किसी के घर गांव में है जी? हेलो, आप लोगों का किसी का घर गांव में है? कभी गांव गए हैं? हेलो, अच्छा. तो आप लोगों का गांव में कितने जात हैं? कितने जात के लोग हैं? हर तरह के लोग. तो मतलब मेरा कहने का मतलब, हमारे बिहार में यूपी में ऐसे गांव हैं जिसमें सिर्फ एक जात के आदमी होते हैं. वहां पर का पंचायत होगा होमोजेनियस पंचायत, मतलब एक ही कास्ट का. लेकिन जिस गांव में बहुत सारे जात के लोग रहते हैं, वहां के पंचायत कैसे होता था? हेट्रोजेनियस बॉडी. इन मिक्स्ड कास्ट विलेजेस द पंचायत वाज ए हेट्रोजेनियस बॉडी. जैसे मेरे गांव में, मैं आपका गांव का बात बता रहा हूं, हमारे गांव में ब्राह्मण है, ब्राह्मण, महातो, हाड़ी, मोची, कोयरी, नाई, तेली, माझी सब है, कुमार, चामार भी है। हाँ, तो हमारे गांव में सारे जात के लोग हैं, तो हमारा पंचायत कैसा होगा? हेट्रोजेनियस बॉर्डरी होगा, कि हमारे गांव के पंचायत में सारे कास्ट के लोग एक दो ठो करके हो जाएंगे, ये कहना था मेरा। सो द पंचायत इन मिक्स्ड कास्ट विलेजेस वाज हेट्रोजेनियस बॉडी एंड वी फाइंड the panchayat represented various castes. The panchayat represented various castes and communities. We find, please write down what is, now you see, the panchayat was headed by a headman. The panchayat was headed by a headman known as Mandal or Mukaddam. Please write down.